But I do want to get into some music. We can start on a very general sense with how do you feel about the state of hip hop right now?
I feel like hip hop is cool. I feel like it's cool. I feel like it is what it is. The Kendrick and Drake stuff done died down. The playing field is back semi even. I think the state of music is cooked, but that's a different conversation than just the state of hip hop. Cause that goes into business and everything like that. So like, excuse me. But yeah, I think the state of hip hop is cool. Like in the grand scheme of things, I know people were tripping about like, oh, this is for the first time in a long time, rap is outside the top 40 and all that. And I'm like, if you care about that, hip hop wasn't really built off of that.
Yeah.
Even though we talk about the game and the label stuff and all that, hip hop really wasn't built off of that. So like, if it took a couple weeks or a week or whatever, and it's not a song's not in the top 40, Wale just dropped. It'll be right back.
Let's see.
Something like that project he just dropped. One of them songs is going to be on the. It's going to eventually be back in the top 40. I think it's the one with Leon Thomas.
Okay, and I hope so, and that will make me feel good. I agree with you that obviously Billboard 100 isn't the be all say all, and we shouldn't necessarily look to them to give any type of validation.
True.
So I'm 100% with you there, but I do look at it as it's saying something, and I don't know if I fully thought about what it is saying, but I do feel like it's saying something. The fact that we went that long always being in the top 40, and then now we're not in the top 40.
I have a theory. I think you're correct. I think you're 100% correct. I think it's the distribution of the money in the music industry. And I think right now it's just not going towards rap. Unless you're out of 5 people, Travis, Drake, Kendrick. Ooh. We kind of got a stretch right now. Cole, I guess whenever he does drop.
Right. That's about to say, you're naming people who are damn near out of the game.
Oh, and Tyler, the Creator.
Okay, yeah.
That's 5.
Right.
There's your 5X right there. And even like if you go on a women's side, like I don't see them putting the budget right behind Megan right now.
No.
They have the budget for a Cardi, and I think her rollout was great. But I think even after the rollout and the album is dropped, I haven't heard nothing since.
I forgot that she even dropped.
That's
crazy.
And that's the thing. That's the thing.
I know I listened to that album, but I do not remember it at all.
But see, that's marketing. And that's the thing. That's dollars. That their budget should be plentiful for stars like Megan, Cardi, Glorilla. I'm not saying Glorilla's not getting pushed, but it's been quiet. Maybe it's because she had her album and it's already been kind of pushing. So it's probably a quiet time just in general. But like the stars just aren't, unless you're like in the you're already in the Hall of Fame already. Sports. Like if Dot stopped today, if Drake stopped today, if Cole stopped today, if Tyler stopped today, they're already going to be, all 4 of them will be submitted in the Rock. If Travis stopped today, all 5 of those guys would be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in whatever years pass.
Yeah.
Done. So like, if you're not one of those solidified legends, maybe with the little few people off to the side right now, you're not getting pushed. Did you know Meek Mill just dropped the 4-pack?
Yes, I did listen to Meek Mill.
Okay. But see, marketing.
Right.
It's not being pushed. Blast dropped a while back, and this is just the state of music. And this is like he dropped in the summer. Blast, when he was on Red Bull Music, the machine is push.
Well, and that's why, and we've had similar conversations in the past about the machine and about stuff being pushed. That's probably my least favorite thing about just the music industry, the fact that it's based on something being pushed. But I asked the question about Billboard. I mean, the topic is Billboard, so I guess the art is 2 separate conversations: art and commerce. And so, if we're talking about the commerce side of it, yes, you have to have the button pushed, because there's a lot of other great artists outside of the 5 and 6 that we're naming right now who, in my opinion, should be in the top 40. Now, I don't know who all's in that top 40. I don't necessarily listen to pop. I'm more like R&B, alternative, maybe a little bit of rock here and there, but I'm sure if I look on that 40, I can put some songs up there that should be in hip hop.
And even like R&B right now, I think R&B music. I think like just like rap and R&B. I always think they go hand in hand to a degree. But even then, like so much good R&B being pushed out right now. But I don't see it where I see it because I go find it, and I see it because it's in my rotation of music. So that really should be all that matters.
Yeah.
However the case may be, if I want someone to be commercially out there, unless you like right now, I think Leon Thomas is the darling.
Whew.
Leon, but he's cooking. He deserves it.
Well, quite a darling to have for all of us.
He's cooking.
Yeah.
Fish grease.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony Hanson, which is his DJ, is a dude, fire DJ out of LA. But like he's cooking right now. But like, if you got Odile that's cooking, you have
Bryson Tiller.
Tiller's cooking. You have so many names.
Giveon, Daniel Caesar. I honestly feel like R&B has had.
Can we stop and have a moment of silence for Giveon's last album?
Right.
To me, it's no skips.
Okay, who you scared me? You scared me?
Oh no, I have no critique.
If you ain't like that album,
no.
Hold on, Shep.
No, because why did I spend my 20s on her?
Yeah.
Why did I?
It is crazy because I play that song from start to finish. I feel like that's the song that if someone's in the car with me, it's always singing aloud. I'm like, I'm not trying to have a message right now. Right. It's just a great song.
Right.
But yeah, that album was amazing. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I feel like R&B has had a better year than hip hop, and I don't know if that's just from my POV or if that's an opinion shared by other people.
No, I think you're correct. I think R&B right now, my bad. I think R&B right now is having a moment. I don't want to say it's not a resurgence. It's not like it's went away. I think the bubbling stars are now becoming superstars.
Mm-hmm.
I think the ones that was bubbling for years, Leon, like you had your Scissors was already a thing, but it's like everyone's having a dropping moment and they're
superstar now.
Yeah, like they're becoming more than just regular stars. They're becoming superstars. Mm-hmm. We're bringing back Giveon's becoming a superstar.
Yeah,
and like Daniel Caesar, had a minor setback. He's starting to have a major comeback.
Sat down, came back. You always gonna win with the music. If you got something that go wrong or you in the tabloids a little bit too much, sit down and come back with good music. You're gonna be all right.
Just come back with good music. That's all we really care about. Now, if you do some really dumb stuff, your life is about mistakes. You're allowed to mess up, however the case may be. There is some things that I'm like, you can't come back from.
Like what?
Swastika.
Okay. Yeah, super racist stuff. Super. Yeah. There's a regular society cancel line that I think is way too far, and then it's my cancel line, and like that type of stuff is on. Okay, that's my cancel line.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you, which is interesting. We're normally on two different types of spectrums, but like there's societies kind of like there's a sensitive mark that a lot of people have nowadays.
Right.
There's that realistic line of like, okay, this is too far. Mm-hmm. And then there's like, okay, bro, you can't even come back from this.
And I also give more grace to the younger you are. Because a lot of times we're looking at 18 to 22-year-olds and they're growing up in real time. If you go back on my Facebook, I'm not no stuff on that line. But I'm sure I said stuff that's on this cancel line.
I've definitely gone back and deleted a lot of old tweets.
I need to do that.
I've definitely done it. I've thought about it. I was like, a while back, I was like, I've had Twitter since I was in high school.
I know. I don't even know how to. I can't even imagine. If there's a delete all, there probably is a delete all. I'm sure, right? If there's a delete all, then maybe I should do it. At the same time, I feel like I'm standing on it. Like, I was young. That's my mistakes. Like, you going to hold me to that from a decade ago? Leave me alone.
Nah.
If I get that famous, then I'm lit anyway.
Nah. I was bugging.
Okay.
I was bugging at a certain point on Twitter. Yeah. But however the case may be, like, nothing to the point of extreme cancellation.
Right.
But sometimes you just don't want that old footprint on you. Like, oh, I'm not even the same individual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it just kind of is what it is on that.
Why do we think, because we're talking about some of these R&B stars who have been bubbling and now they're the superstars, but it seems like whenever we talk about hip-hop and rap, are we seeing that same effect of all these stars that are about to be superstars? I remember we had a conversation before and thinking about, okay, who's the next big three? And we were having a real hard time coming up with names for that.
I think rap superstars are going to look different now. I think we have them. If we choose to accept them, it's a different case. Because you have the ones that are bubbling like the Samara Sins, you have the Lil Russells, you have the it's new people coming out of the H. You know what I'm saying? It's new people coming out of Atlanta all the time, LA, New York, all these like cities in between, however the case may be. I think it's just if we choose to let a torch be passed to them. I think that's the detriment of hip hop sometimes, is that like we choose not to let the younger generation, or we compare them. Oh, this is the next Kendrick, this is the next Drake, this is the next whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we actually, if you want to go big three right now, we just kind of talk about that off air. Let's go ahead and say one. Say two of them at least. YoungBoy, Rod Wave.
Yeah.
When you start competing, Rod Wave competes with like Taylor Swift numbers.
Yes, he does.
You know what I'm saying? YoungBoy literally just had like a top tier grossing tour that just wrapped up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like selling out shows left to right, not just like arenas.
Yeah.
No. We not talking theaters. We not talking your small venue, 400, 500 seaters. We're not talking about 25, 30,000. We talking about basketball arenas, Toyota Center, crypto. Look, the crypto in LA. We talking about American Airlines in Dallas. That's a
crazy numbers.
Stupid number. Like we got to give those kids. Now I don't want to call them kids because they're not that much younger than I am. But we got to give those men credit. We got to give those guys credit. I think we're not. It don't look like we just talked about. It doesn't look like the former three. And the former three, which just so happen to be all storytellers in hip hop. Yeah. Not to say these guys are storytellers. It looks different. YoungBoy has the sound of Louisiana on him, and it's really a traditional Louisiana sound he has.
It is.
It's a blend of Juvie, Manny Fresh, and a raspy voice of Wayne. I wouldn't give it.
I was like, throw Wayne in there.
I wouldn't. I give it like the bravado of Wayne. I'm not gonna give
not the content or bars.
Not the content because Wayne eventually started trying to rap like he was from New York.
Okay.
Which I mean, that was his influence. His whole was his, was the guy he looked up to, stuff like that. So he took the witty route approach.
Is there someone you would put with? Because I was trying to think who else we would put in that YN Big Three, we can call it.
Oh shit!
Of a YoungBoy, Rod Wave.
I think I don't want to call them the YN Big Three because that already discourages them from just being
discouraging. Oh, okay, so I'm doing what we say that the competition of hip hop does, which is I'm saying, okay, well these are still the real Big Three, but y'all can have. I'm minimizing them.
We're gonna minimize them.
Okay, I'm not trying to minimize them. First of all, I'm a big YoungBoy fan. Rod Wave, not as much. But I was trying to put Tyler the Creator, but I'm like, Tyler the Creator, I don't know if he's kind of like the middle brother, like, Cole was saying years back. But
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Tyler is that, because Tyler came a year or two after, like, so I equate like Cole, Kendrick, and Drake from like 08, 09 till now. Tyler's probably like 2010, 2011 to now, which is only a couple of years after, but he was already kind of like a little younger too.
Right.
And so
who do we put in that last slot if we had to?
Out of like a YoungBoy.
Yeah. And
out of a Rod Wave.
Yeat.
I mean, you know what? Throw Yeat in there. You know why? Because Yeat would be like your Travis.
Yeah. True.
Yeat would be like your Travis, and he's doing the numbers. I think there's somebody else you could throw probably in there, but like maybe I'm just having a brain fart or brain moment right now. But like that audience though, yeah, you gotta throw Yeat in there.
It may come to us. Let us know who y'all got. I'm gonna say it again, but I'm not minimizing anybody. Who is your YN Big Three? We got YoungBoy, we got Rod Wave. Let us know the third name.